and you're listening to Brokeman Radio Worldwide, home of the champions. And it's Friday. You know, Friday, the fun day. The day that you head to Piggly Wiggly and blow your paycheck down written a VCR at Curtis Mathis. Oh, how the years have gone by, and wow, how things have changed. A lot of people don't get paid on Fridays no more, but back in the day, Fridays used to be the day it was time to party as a kid. We're talking about RC Cola. We're talking about cereal, baby. But yeah, this has been a really good week. I hope it has been for you. And my lady is getting closer and closer, as tomorrow morning will be 35 weeks until we see baby Stetson, as he has been really active. Just to give you Ivan was born in 2020. He was 31 weeks when he was born. She'll be 35 weeks this Saturday. That just shows you just how early Ivan really was. So here we go. A lot of times in life, sometimes you need help. And I'll tell you something, when you get to the top, it's so easy to fall. If you got money one day, you might not have money the next day. So always keep that in mind in how you treat people. But met a good friend. He asked me for nothing. It was a great conversation that lasted about 30 minutes at a gas station. And I gave him my phone number because it's been really cold outside. And I'm thinking, if this guy, who looks bigger than Mike Tyson, if he needs some blankets, I'm going to bring them to him. If he needs some food, I'm going to do the best I can to help. I believe that's what we all should be doing, is trying to help each other survive this thing called life. Well, I got a phone call today. And I've been checking in to see how my friend is doing. And to tell you the truth, he was so excited because he had found a job. He wasn't on the streets no more. The person that gave him a job actually gave him money for a hotel room to stay for the week, in which he has been laying in that bed trying to catch up on sleep, because when you live on the streets, you live with one eye open. There's a lot of people out there that could use your help, and it really determines, honestly, if God touches you to help that person. But believe me, I'll tell you, a celebration for my friend. He gets a job, he's getting off the streets, and it's just the way it goes. A lot of us out there are struggling. A lot of people are trying their best, and still they feel their best isn't good enough. Let me just tell you that. Tomorrow is a different time. And even though you're on the bottom now, you could be on the top before you know it. So never give up. And that young fellow there, I'll tell you something. If you haven't seen what I've seen, but let me just say this, was not haggling for money, wasn't asking for anything, just wanted conversation. He calls me here and there, and it's really, really a blessing to hear that today. Now, it's the year of the rabbit. So I guess that's what Stetson's going to be, the year of the rabbit, in the new Chinese calendar, which, to me, it's fun. Because, you get to look up what year. It's every 12 years they start a new calendar. And I was Year of a Tiger. And my oldest son, Jonah, is the Year of a Tiger. So I'll say this. It's just a lot of fun. But for those who didn't know, it is the year of the rabbit. So here we go into this wonderful new year of 2023. We've lost a lot of good people over the years. The older you get, the more people you lose. But I'll tell you, I just keep saying this, but if you get down and out, go to Romans chapter 5 and just begin to read. I'm not joking. If you're really just needing some encouragement, go to Romans chapter 5 and just start reading. And I promise you, you will be encouraged. And as a matter of fact, that's what this Sunday's Brokeman Radio broadcast is going to be about. Romans chapter 5. So what plans do you have for this weekend? Are you going to do something constructive? It's time, honestly, for a lot of people out there. I see them twiddling their thumbs, and I see that a lot of people are focused on the wrong things. Sometimes it's good to try something new. You know, I used to paint and draw and art back in high school, back in middle school. I gave it up. But for the last couple of, I'd say, weeks, I've been really trying hard to improve my paintbrush skills. And I'll tell you something, it's really rewarding when it turns out I'm not so bad. But I want to encourage you to keep on improving and continue it, to move forward. I don't know if you remember that old TV show that used to be on. It was a guy that did about the stars on, I think it was PBS. And his last line always was, keep looking up. I'll tell you, keep looking up. You know, and just remembering that tomorrow or whenever, okay, good things are going to come your way, but you got to keep on believing, reading your Bible, saying your prayers, and that's just not some kind of, you know, just me saying that to sound good. No, it's not actually. Actually pray, talk to God, talk to Him daily, and as you go through your day, just watch how things change. You're talking to someone that used to be an old drunk. I mean, really, nobody had their money on me when it come to stop drinking. I was offered money. You know, my dad, one of the sweetest people I know, actually they offered me $1,000 to stay sober for 1 year. I think it lasted about 2 weeks. And then I was back to, you know, doing what I do. And it was only till one day I finally got down on my knees and said, God, please take this from me. And He did. I went from sneaking around, drinking beers, staying drunk all the time to I didn't want it no more. And that can happen in many other areas. So when you pray and you develop a good friendship and a good, just, you know, one-on-one with God, then you're going to see things change. I assure you of that. Here at Brokeman Radio, listen, we don't get paid to say anything but the truth. We have no affiliations with nobody, only you. Isn't that cool? You know, I used to be J.C. McKay for Power Z, 96.3 WJIZ in Albany. I used to broadcast football for the Brookwood Warriors. And I enjoyed both of those things. But here at Brokeman Radio started in 2018. You know what? It is a joy to run into you in these stores and local areas. It's good to hear from you, the listener. I promise you that. But until we meet again, I'll tell you something. Take care of yourself. And if you see someone about to get into a car, they've been drinking and driving, tell them don't do that. Call Brokeman Radio. We'll come pick you up. We'll probably call you an Uber. But still, much love from Brokeman Radio. Have a wonderful Friday. God bless.